watch
How?
this?
How?
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 Ew,
How do you watch this?
Dude, I'm gonna pee my pants.
Hi, you're listening to How Do You Watch This, a movie review podcast where each week we recommend a movie in a genre we love, but they don't. My name is Demi and I love horror.
My name is Megan and I love romance.
And this week I had Megan watch the movie The Fly, the remake with Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, I was surprised when I saw it was a remake. That was interesting to learn.
Yeah, there's like a few, I think there's 5 versions, but I think the OG is 1958-ish, in the 50s.
Dude, shut up.
Yeah, and I do love the concept of the one in the 50s because it's just a guy with a fly head, and I just think that's really funny.
I love that. That's fun.
It's like such a vibe, yeah.
I feel like I would like that more than what we got to see.
Yeah, they went pretty hard
Yeah.
with the idea of a man turning into a fly with this movie.
Yeah.
So we'll talk
I was on
about
the
it.
phone with my dad a couple days ago, and I was like, yeah, so I have to watch The Fly for the movie this week. And he was just like, oh my God, I think about that movie every once in a while.
It is like that is one movie where there's one scene that just forever stayed in my brain, and rewatching it I was like, out of all scenes to have ingrained in me, like there were way worse scenes, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm curious
but
which one is the one that's ingrained in you.
the arm wrestling scene,
Yeah.
which for me was like, oh, I hate this scene, which it is gross, but
I almost made arm wrestling our common thread, and I was looking it up and trying to find movies with arm
oh my
wrestling.
god.
And I saw somewhere that the Titanic had it, but I couldn't. I was like, I can't remember it, and ChatGPT didn't know what I was talking about. So I was
Okay.
like, maybe it doesn't.
I feel like if it did, it would have been during like the party,
Right.
like the poor people
Yeah.
party.
Yeah, exactly. But I was like, I don't want to watch all of Titanic, spend like
Right.
3 hours watching Titanic just to find out there's no arm wrestling scene.
Yeah, no, that's very fair.
So
would have been a fun thread, but I
Yeah,
look
it
forward
would've
to what you decided on.
yeah. Well, yeah. I think you'll get it pretty quickly.
Okay.
We'll see. So I had to watch The Fly with
Jeff,
Goldblum. Thank you. Yes, Jeff, young baby Jeff, baby boy Jeff.
baby boy Jeff.
Oh my God, it was so, it's like a different human. It's like someone's inhabiting his body. It doesn't seem right.
I know. I love young Jeff. Like he has the biggest eyes. And
I was just
like
gonna say he's got bug eyes.
He does, yeah. And there was reluctancy to cast him in the lead role because the designers were like, oh, it's gonna be hard. Like his face is so unique, it's gonna be like hard. And I'm like, bro, he's already halfway there. Like,
Yes.
sorry, Jeff, you're a handsome man, but like he's already kind of got
Yeah.
that concept going on. So I think he
agree.
was the perfect pick.
Yeah, I agree. He's a goofy guy.
Yeah,
So,
he's just a silly,
it was
silly
perfect.
goose.
It was filmed. It was released in 1986. It's rated R, as are 95% of the movies you give me.
Yep.
An hour and 36 minutes, so not long.
It's pretty
genre,
short.
Yeah. Genre was body horror. You said sci-fi horror. This shit was body
It
horror.
is technically sci-fi.
It was body horror. And
You're
we all
not
know
wrong,
how I
but
feel about that.
Technically, it's listed as sci-fi,
Mhm.
so
Yeah, it was bringing up some old memories.
I thought of The Substance
That's
completely. I
exactly
was
what
like,
I thought
oh my
of
god,
it.
this
Yes.
is really. They had to take inspiration.
They
from this
had
movie.
to have, because his final form was essentially the Substance 2.0. That's what I wrote down, or Substance 1.0, I guess it would be.
Yeah.
Came first. A director, David Cronenberg.
Good old crony.
Have we done movies by him before, or
We haven't, but he does a lot of like body horror type of stuff. So this will probably be the only. He kind of sucks, but we won't get into him. So
Yeah, I just looked at our thing. No, we have not done him. Okay.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da. Alrighty. So, first of all, at the intro scene, like the credits are coming up, and I was just like, I had in my mind already, I knew Jeff Goldblum was going to be in it. There was like all this green, and I was just like, wicked vibes. Like, come on, give me.
have a song, please.
Let's
He
go.
he probably could have broken out into a song, and I would have been
He
like,
did.
yeah.
He did, basically.
technically.
He started playing the piano at one point. And I was, okay. So we start, and there's like this art gallery showing or something. Jeff Goldblum's character, whose name is Seth, is there. He's talking to this woman named Veronica, and he wants to bring her back to his lab where he has a coffee machine. And she's like, well, I have to get a story. Like, I'm here for a story. And he's like, well, have I got a story for you? Somehow he convinces her to come back to his sketchy lab. This absolute nightmare.
Girl, what are you doing? It is like in an alley, like a warehouse. And I'm like, I know it's the 80s and people are just living their lives, but you have to have some sort of, at least have a gun on you. I feel like she'd be the type to carry a gun, but we had no proof of that.
At least pepper spray.
Something. Do you recognize the actress?
She's so stunning, Gina Davis.
I know.
I couldn't even, like, I know she's a famous actress. I couldn't tell you her top 5 things, but I did look. Beetlejuice?
Yeah,
oh
she's
my
in Beetlejuice.
God.
And Stuart Little.
Dude, she's so pretty.
I
And I looked
know.
her up on IMDb, and like even her most recent image, I was like, "You're stunning."
I know.
couldn't stop staring at her lips. They were literally.
She has like the little like beauty mark here. No, she's stunning.
So she's literally what people probably take to estheticians or whatever they're called, and they're like, "Give me her lips."
I want this. Yeah.
Because, I mean, and her jawline.
I know.
I can't.
I know. Can go on and on about her.
She's
But I didn't know
stunning.
that her and Jeff were dating at the time. Yeah, and he pushed for her to get the role, and at first the director was like, I don't know if I want to deal with like couple drama. But after they auditioned her, they were like, yeah, she's it.
I saw that this was like her breakout role. This was kind of, she was in a couple things before that, but nothing that hit this caliber.
Yeah. Let's start.
I know, to have that be, I don't know, she must have, dating him maybe helped her with some of these scenes, because I was like, couldn't be me, girl. Couldn't be me. Absolutely not. So on the way to the lab, he gets motion sick. He has motion sickness, which can relate. I also get motion sick. Have not invented a machine to get me to teleport places. Spoiler alert, that's what he's doing. So she comes into his lab, and it's horrifying. And the first thing he does is sit on the piano and start playing her song.
I would be like, this man's gonna murder me.
And he made a joke about how she couldn't leave now that he's seen her place. Like he'd have to kill her. And I was like, wait, I don't know what's about to happen. So he was like, no, look, this is my machine. And there's like these 3 pods. One of them was a prototype, no longer in use, and then 2 other pods. And he's like, I want something personal of yours, and we're gonna put it in the machine. And so she decides that she's not wearing jewelry, so she's gonna give him her pantyhose, which I don't know why that was the choice. I was like, you have a shoe you just took off?
Yeah, it was pretty hot though of her to do that.
No,
I was like, damn, girl, okay, that's like
it was
giving your underwear.
It was. I thought she was giving him her underwear at first.
Yeah.
It was definitely like a baller move, but still wouldn't do that. Like,
no, I would
personally.
still be. I mean, I wouldn't even be there, but I would be very scared.
Yeah.
Of this man.
Yeah.
So, but
he's intense.
Yeah.
Really weird, and clearly does not have social skills. So
no, I guess she was like, you know what is this dweeb gonna do?
Right. So he puts them in one machine, and they disappear after he like puts information into his little computer. And they teleport actually into the next pod. And so she's super excited. She's like, this is my story, whatever. And he's like, don't tell that story. Yeah. I say no.
It's like, bro, you brought a journalist to your place.
He was like, I didn't know that I was speaking to a journalist. And she's like, yeah, you did. What are you talking about? Like, boy, like, he clearly just was trying to impress her.
Yes. Yeah.
Fine, but was ridiculous.
Yeah. And we learned that he he wants to talk to people about this, but he's not ready to share it. But yeah, he's very much like, wait, can't share this. And it's like, bro, what do you think was gonna happen? Inviting her.
Which, by the way, I think that this is ridiculous because he doesn't want to share his invention yet. First of all, already you would make millions of dollars because now people don't have to ship things; they can teleport things. So already you've changed the industry. Suddenly people want to order their Sheen clothes and you don't have to send it via freight, whatever shipment. It just goes in your little teleporter machine.
I guess think about it too at that time, like how popular was like online shopping and all that stuff, you know? It's not
Sure,
even.
people weren't doing that yet,
Mhm.
but yeah, because online wasn't a thing. There was no
Yeah.
internet yet,
Mhm.
so fair enough. But still,
Yeah, no, it's very impressive. Like
I feel
that's
like there you
amazing.
go. That's amazing. But still, he needs to be able to teleport human beings, and he can't do that yet. It makes disgusting messes.
Yeah.
So she goes to her editor to share this discovery. He doesn't believe her. He's like, "You've been kind." And then Seth, Jeff Goldblum's character, shows up, and he was like, "Thank God he doesn't believe me." And he suggests to her, how about you write a book about me? This is a bigger deal. And at the end of your book, I'm going to teleport myself.
Yeah.
So that's his goal. That's what he wants to do. And he gets there. I do want to take a moment to say, her outfit vibes were on point. I was like,
Yep.
oh my God, give me an oversized plaid cardigan.
I
Give
know.
me a high-waisted skirt with buttons.
Mhm.
It was so good.
No, she was fantastic.
Everything about her. I just want to be her.
I know.
Be Gina Davis. Okay. So she goes to her apartment and you hear water running, and it turns out her editor is in her shower. This man. This is like
This
the
man.
foulest man that's ever lived. He's disgusting. He's so gross. I hate him. So essentially they used to date and live together, I guess.
Yeah.
The story goes he was her professor. What is with these professors?
I know. This is the second movie in a row.
I know.
Freaking gross.
So he was her professor, got her into the journalistic realm.
Mm-hmm.
They fell in love, whatever. But she broke up with him and kicked him out of the apartment because he's a piece of dirt.
Yeah.
So
Essentially.
he wants to get back together. He wants to move back in. She's like, no. And so he won't give her key back. He's like, I'm keeping it for the memories.
No.
Now she has to go out of her way to change the locks.
Yeah. What a like scummy situation though. You know, like he's your editor, so like she's kind of stuck. Not stuck. Like she could
Yes.
leave, but it's also like I don't know. It's
There's a
just
power imbalance. at
yeah,
that point.
horrible
I
situation.
don't like it. So next we go back to the lab, and she's recording things on her camcorder to keep a history of stuff. Jeff decides he's going to teleport a baboon, which feels like a really big step.
Yeah,
They're
like
trying to teleport a living creature. Usually in the scientific community, they would start with like a mouse.
right. It's like what happened to just a mouse? You know, a
Right.
baboon is really interesting choice in animal.
Yeah.
Because are baboons like really common with that?
No, I mean,
know?
I don't know. I mean, let me just say at the beginning, I don't agree
Yeah.
with animal testing in
Right.
general. But in this situation where you're trying to teleport a human being, yeah, you're going to have to figure out a way
Yeah.
to get that going. So I would think a baboon would be like your later implementation.
Right, right. Start with like a bug, you know,
Yeah.
like a roach or something.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Start
move up.
small. Even he later teleports a steak, and it's like
Right,
you
yeah.
should have done that first.
Yeah. A steak, a
Yeah.
freaking plant. I don't know. That's alive-ish.
My
See
God,
how that
brilliant. Brilliant. How is this Nobel Prize winning or nominee, whatever, not
Yes.
thinking of in 5 minutes we came up with a better solution. So he's teleporting a monkey. It's horrible. Almost my deleted scene, but not, because you might know what my deleted scene's gonna be. We'll find out. The monkey turns inside out. It was horrible. I hated that. It was our
Yeah.
first glimpse of gruesomeness.
Mm-hmm.
And it was brutal. And this poor creature, it's like
Yeah.
sweet little monkey who did nothing wrong. Did nothing wrong except exist. That evening, he's sad, he's depressed, he killed a monkey, his machine's not working, and she's like, that's hot. So she comes on to him,
Surely, at his most vulnerable,
Yes,
she's like, "You're kind of
yes.
cute, though."
and she's like, oh my God, cry some more. Keep crying. It's doing it
I'll
for
make you
me.
feel better.
Right. So she comes on to him. They have sex. And he, like, cuts himself on this like little thing that was laying around, and
Yeah,
she
like a
helps
little
him.
like I don't know. It looked like something that goes on a computer.
Computer chip thing.
Yeah.
So she says something that inspires him. It doesn't make any sense to me or probably anyone on the planet. It was something about how like the meat makes you crazy.
Yeah, flesh. She's like, you
flesh
know, like
makes you
old
crazy.
ladies like to pinch babies' cheeks and
Like the flesh makes you crazy. It was a weird thing to say.
yeah.
And it was a weird thing to be inspired by. But this is when he does the take steak teleportation, and he makes her taste test it, which I mean, I would be like, you taste test it.
Right. Why didn't
I'm
he
not
test
putting that
it?
in my body.
No.
And she's like, it tastes synthetic. So he's like, aha, I've got it.
Mm-hmm.
So he starts
Yeah,
going
because
away.
basically the machines are replicating instead of actually transporting.
Yeah.
So the monkey, the baboon, was like an idea of a baboon. It couldn't really fully conceptualize it. And then the steak, it just did its best guess of a steak. So
Yeah. Have you ever heard of that? Like, I've heard of that idea with teleportation where people are like, teleportation is going to be like a cloning situation where you get cloned and your clone is placed in the other one, and then they just kill off your current body. Have you
I
ever
haven't
heard
about that. No,
Okay,
no.
that's just like it's one of those sci-fi theories that people come up with where they're like, imagine a world. So that's like the imagine a world where there's teleportation, except it's like you don't realize it,
Yeah.
but the clone is just, I don't know. I don't even know where this came from, but that's what it reminded me of.
There is a game. What is it called? Oh, I'll have to find it. But this game has that idea of like transporting, and basically you get your mental state gets transported into like a body. Like you get moved, but like you're still there. So it's like a copy of you is away, but you're still in place. And it's like, it was like such a cool idea. God, I'm gonna have to find the name of it. Video game. Okay, Soma. It's called Soma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched a playthrough of it and it's like really, really cool. The idea is really cool.
Cool. Okay, well, aside from that, like, tangent of what happens, I mean, it's, like, interesting to think about.
It is. I mean, even the idea of transporting, like, you know, your body, everything not disintegrates, but it's scattered and then it comes back together. Like, how do you know it all comes back together in a certain...
The right way.
Yeah,
Would
like the
you
way it was
do
before.
it?
Hell no. No.
I mean,
By the time that's a thing, I'm probably gonna be old anyways.
I'm not interested. That's for...
Yeah, that's not for me. I'm willing to try, like, you know, body like have like a cool stuff maybe, like
Yeah, you would
something
install
like that. I would do
some
that.
sort of...
Yeah, I would do that over like teleportation.
I would do none of it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do
If
that.
I had to pick.
Yeah, I wouldn't, if I had to pick between the two, one where I may not come back to be myself fully, yeah, I would definitely choose the body modification. Travis loves the idea of like that escalator or that elevator that takes you to the moon. I'm like, I wouldn't do that either. I'm not good. I'm on Earth. I'm on Earth until I'm dead.
Yeah.
And
I'm not
then-
fucking going anywhere.
No.
That's what Brett too. He's like, oh, like it'd be so cool to go into space. I'm like, go ahead. I'm not fucking leaving, dude.
No, I don't understand it. Like Travis is like would love to go to Mars and like live on a Mars colony. No.
Space scares me too much. It really does.
I'm not
Like, it is-
interested. I love trees. I love to breathe real air and not have...
Yeah, I mean, it might get to a point where we're wearing masks here and they find like a
mean,
replica of Earth, but you know what?
Yeah, I mean,
whatever, it's
my
fine.
fingers crossed that's after our lifetime. That's going to be my children's problem.
Yeah, they can fucking handle
Yeah.
that bullshit, but
Yeah, hopefully they inherit Travis's intense desire for space expedition and not my I'm staying on Earth until it explodes
yeah.
idea.
I would think the new generation would probably relate to space stuff more just because of
We're going to have to.
a lot's going on with that probably. Or not, I don't know. SpaceX fucking blows ass, so.
So, her
Anyway.
editor is stalking her. His name is, he's Stathis? Is that his name? Stathis?
Yeah.
Stathis?
Doesn't matter.
And he's stalking her. He's following her. It's really creepy. She needs a restraining order. And I'm not thrilled with him. That's just to show you, he's crossing lines. Okay, so Seth successfully teleports the baboon, which is really exciting. And at the same time, Veronica sees that Stathis is trying to kind of steamroll her and take her article and publish it about Seth so that he's trying to basically stop their interactions with each other. He wants to break them up. He thinks that that's going to do it. So she's like, okay, what's the next steps with the baboon? Like, let's get this done, because she wants to write her book and publish it and get it out there as soon as possible. And he's like, well, it's going to take weeks of testing just to make sure before we can do that, because he's got to do it the right way.
Yeah, and make sure the baboon is like a baboon, you know?
Right.
Nothing funky happened.
Yeah. And she was just like, well, I'm like thinking we can go on like a vacation together or something. And he's like, wait, like we're in a relationship.
Yeah. What?
You like me?
He's so cute.
Yeah. I know. And so they're getting ready to celebrate, and she kind of realizes it's going to take longer, and she needs to nip this in the bud with Stathis. Stathis. I don't know how to say his name.
Whatever.
With the editor. And so she's going to go and meet up with him and basically tell him what's what. So while he's ordering a celebratory meal, she's like, BRB, my past is calling. And he's like sad boy mode. Because of course, I mean, he just had this really exciting moment.
Yeah.
And he wants to celebrate it. And she's like running off, which this should be like a little bit of a lesson for both sides, right? Like for her, enjoy the moment. You can deal with your editor in the morning.
Yes.
And for him, if something like this happens, like wait calmly, don't make rash decisions, whatever.
Yeah.
But he does, because he's upset. He gets drunk. He decides, I'll just teleport myself right now. The baboon's fine. Idiot.
Yeah.
Fool.
It's
like driving drunk, except he gets in a teleporter. And
just like driving drunk.
Yeah, just like it. And a fly gets in with him. First of all, let's just take a moment to appreciate his body in the teleporter.
Jeff Goldblum in this movie, his physique.
Girl, I was like, can we get that on the cover of a magazine? Because
Hello.
I didn't know you had
all that going on.
I know. I was like, what?
Built like that. He's like skinny fit, and usually I don't like him thin.
Yeah,
but
me neither. But
I don't know.
He made it work. And his little pose. It
He's
was
Jeff,
like,
and he had like that dark, like mullet, like curls.
Yeah, it was
Did it for
working.
me.
It was working. So she shows back up, and he's like, I did it. Whatever. I recorded it for you. And in his wound that he had gotten, there's like some coarse hairs coming out of it, which is like gross. And he hears this fly, and he actually manages to catch it in his bare hand. And suddenly he realizes this is a superhero origin story. He's like Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's like Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
And he's like the glasses.
That's exactly what I thought of too. Like this revelation. What's happening? He's like a gymnast. He's just like doing all these crazy things.
Like handstands on the chair, and and Veronica's definitely like, hello.
I mean, who wouldn't?
I would have been like,
something strange is happening.
This is hot, but I'm a little concerned, especially since you teleported yourself.
Yes, this big nerd who never had any physical prowess before this. Like, he was winded after they had sex the first time, like heavy breathing, couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
And like, that's fine. Like, whatever. I'm just saying that's not the lung capacity of someone who does spinny spins.
Yeah, just doing this gymnast stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have been a little concerned, but she was, I don't know. I mean, distracted.
I was just impressed. Meanwhile, he starts acting like this evangelist for teleportation. He's like, I've been cleansed. And I was just like, that's a strong word.
Yeah.
And he's like acting like really erratic, and he's adding a crazy amount of sugar to his coffee. And then he's like yelling at the waiter. And honestly, like, it's giving the vibe of someone on cocaine is what it was just like really hype. I've never been around someone on cocaine, but I've seen movies of people on cocaine, and that's what I visualized. It was like,
yeah, I do love his change where he's just like really hyper now and just quick, and it's just like a fun little tease into this change he's starting to have.
Yeah. So his skin starts looking different, and he He's like really sweaty.
He looks gross. We went from like peak Jeff to like, ugh.
Yeah, where I was like,
Pass.
I hate to say it, but
Yeah.
it's just something's wrong. Like,
Yeah,
something's wrong.
he looks grimy. It's like,
Yeah,
where's your skincare
exactly.
routine? What is
Exactly.
happening?
And this is no hate to anyone who has like acne or pustules on your face or whatever. It's just
Yeah.
it doesn't work for him.
Something's wrong, and
Yeah, something's going wrong.
my girl is
actively.
like, we've had sex for hours.
Right,
And I'm
and
like,
I'm
girl,
stop.
come on, like connect the dots. Something's different. Obviously.
Right. He's literally like a kid, and he's being like a really lame dude. Where he's like, "Oh, what do you mean you would stop? Whatever." Like,
Yeah, he's completely different. Like he's already
Yeah.
really different than this man that you knew.
yes, not caring, not compassionate at all.
Hmm.
So she trims his like back hair that's coming in.
Yeah, like
And-
the little freaking bug hair
Little-
looking
right,
stuff coming out of his
That's
wound.
coming out of his wound. So he's like, I want to teleport you. Like, you're going to get cleansed. Then we're going to be a power couple. We'll just have like so much sex. And she's like, no, I'm good. And he's really upset. He yells at her. He's losing it. He's like, I'll find someone else then, whatever. Which is like, at that point, I would have been like, boy, bye forever.
Yeah, I'm done here. This
Mm-mm.
is not you.
No. He goes to a bar, and here we have Demi's most memorable scene, which is where he does an arm wrestling contest and snaps the wrist of the guy.
Yeah.
And his girlfriend, who he was like basically arm wrestling for the honor of or whatever, just goes off with him. She's like, okay, yeah.
First of all, he walks into this bar shirtless with like a jacket on top, looking like a fucking crackhead.
Right.
Breaks your boyfriend's wrist and you're just going to willingly go with him. Like she had to be on some type of
She
drug
must have been.
because
She must have been. There's literally no other way because no one in their right mind would go off with that man. That's a terrifying.
he just that was
person.
like that's a crime.
Yeah, and she was just like, wow, you're so strong.
Girl, be so for real right now.
He goes through the machine again to show her, and then he's like so sweaty, and like his wound is foul. And I was just like, what are you? I could not get away.
It is so unsexy.
It is.
And
I'm
I was
like-
like, go ahead.
I'm just like visualizing this like wet man coming.
No, and the woman's outfit was cracking me up where she just was topless with a jean jacket and just lacy panties. And I'm like, girl, what is this attire?
He's fully undressed, and then it's like, let me put back on. The
Yeah, look at my
jacket.
denim jacket over my titties. Like, of all things you're
Uh-uh.
gonna put on top, like maybe a blanket or his
Right.
shirt, something softer.
There you go.
It was definitely
Denim.
a look.
Denim. So he wants to push her through the machine, and she's like, no, what about I give you an alcohol massage? And she goes to rub alcohol on him? Never heard of this. I don't know.
No.
That's got to be horrible for your skin. And
Yeah.
he freaks out because he has an open wound on his back.
Right. No one's concerned. If I saw that, I'd be like, I need to leave. I need to get out of here.
Dude, no part of me would be like, that's regular, normal hair coming out of a regular,
No.
normal pore.
Cause it's like
It's foul and it looks pussy.
yeah. No.
Veronica shows up, and she's like, this
Be
this
afraid.
this
Be very
random
afraid.
lady is trying to get out of there, and she's like, you should run. And the girl like grabs her stuff and like runs out in the hallway in her jacket and undies.
Her look.
Yeah. And so Veronica was like, I had your hair analyzed, the hair that was coming out of your wound, and it was insect hairs. And he was like, okay,
Yeah. So
whatever. Then comes my deleted scene. It's when we start getting that body horror coming through.
Mhm.
His fingernails start popping off. He's like peeling them off. I hated it.
it's like pussy. It's
He's oozing out onto the
to the window or the mirror. He didn't watch the full movie with me because he is like, I can't watch this. And that scene came up and he's like, well, time to go. I'm leaving.
Yes, I couldn't look at it fully. It was gross.
Yes,
it was
it was disgusting. That scene is so gross, and I'm like, the arm wrestling scene is nothing compared to how freaking
No,
gross that scene
that's
was.
why I was like, I wanted to delete the monkey scene because I felt bad for the monkey, but like
Yeah.
this was just so gross.
No.
I can't. So he finds out there was something in the like he basically finds out that it was a fly that was in there with him, and that basically he's like asking the computer all kinds of questions, and I was like, hello,
It's like
ChatGPT.
chat.
Yes. He's like, why did you do that? How do I stop it? What do I do? Help.
Right.
And he finds out he's fused at a molecular level with the fly. So it's not that he absorbed the fly, it's that he and the fly are genetically one now.
Can you imagine finding that out?
It's a death sentence.
Yeah, I would just take myself out. Be like, you know what? I'm already like disintegrating or whatever's happening to me. I'm done. I'm done.
No. So it's been a month. He calls Veronica and she's like, thank God, I've been worried about you.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, come over. And then she comes over and he's like, don't get too close. I might be contagious. And he's literally like walking on canes. He's got these gloves on because his hands aren't hands anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's foul. He's like, he's disgusting.
He's looking gross.
He's
nasty.
covered in ooze, which is...
Yeah, his face is like, it looks a little swollen and just like...
And it's covered in bumps. And like... He just doesn't look human anymore. And he spits up onto a bunch of donuts. And this girl tries to hug him.
His ear fell off. She hugged him. And Gina Davis herself said she was fucking disgusted having to do that. And I'm like, yeah, girl, I would feel awful for him. Like, I genuinely would. But I'm not touching this man.
No, especially this man who she had like a couple week relationship with. Like they were not.
Yeah, this movie tries to like show this like love, like and I think they did really, really care for each other.
Yeah.
But there was not enough for me to be like, you know, do everything for this man. I would feel awful for him, but I'd also be like,
correct.
Sorry, babes. Like.
Yeah, I agree.
So I don't know what I would do. Like, if it looked like he was just like slowly dying, I probably would be with him more just for his ending, but knowing what he becomes, things would be a little different.
I mean, I also would be, as someone who is afraid of everything, I would be like covering my hand with a plastic wrap and be like, there.
Yeah, I would be a little concerned.
I don't want to catch it.
No,
I don't want to catch your teleportation disease.
No, I would be concerned about that for sure. Yeah. So I'd be like, I had sex with him.
Right. So the editor tells her not to see him again. And he said, and I quote, I don't know why this is in the movie. There's no reason for this line to be in the movie. He said, do I have permission to claim your body when this is all over? Girl, what?
This man.
What was the point of saying that?
I don't know. I don't know. He's so like icky, and I have words about him when we finish because there's some facts. Oh my god, there's like a fly in my hair.
No!
They're like offended words. Like, why is it disgusting? Ew. Jeff Goldblum's not hot anymore.
No, he's not. Once you morph someone with a fly, they lose all sexual prowess. So the editor wants to see Seth now.
Mm-hmm.
And so she goes over to see him again, and he's climbing on the ceiling, and he's referring to himself as Brundlefly.
Brundlefly.
Because his last name is Brundle, so he's like, I'm a child of Seth and the fly, so I'm Brundlefly. And he is no longer upset. He seems totally fine. He's like, could be worse. And he has her film him eating donuts because it's gross.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then she walks into her apartment, and the editor is watching back this film because, of course, he still has a key to her place. And she's crying on a chair in their bathroom, which I've never seen anyone with a chair in their bathroom right in front of the toilet, facing the toilet. Why?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if, like, you know how the towel racks or, like, the ladder towel thing? Maybe back in the day it was just, like, a chair. I don't know. You sit down to do bathroom things other than using the bathroom.
No, that's when you close the toilet lid and you sit on the toilet lid.
Yes.
Keep it clean and you don't have a problem. Anyway,
right.
So she realizes she's pregnant with the Brundlefly baby.
Oh my god.
I was like, what the hell kind?
Like,
it feels like bad fanfic.
it... Oh, yeah, we have things to say because there's a second movie. There's a second movie, so. But yeah, she's pregnant.
Yeah, so she's pregnant. Then she starts to lose the baby and she's at the hospital and she delivers and it's a giant fucking maggot. And she wakes up and it was just a dream. And I was like, which part was the dream? Was it just the maggot? Was it the whole pregnancy? Like, I don't know.
It was that whole scene was a dream.
Yeah. Disgusting. Yeah. Disgusting. But she was still pregnant though.
Yeah, she's like still, she just,
But
I think she just had a dream of going to the hospital and giving birth to this larva.
To a maggot. Larva, whatever. Okay, so.
Same thing. Yeah, disgusting worm.
Yeah. At this point in time in the movie, Seth is looking like the Ella Sue at the end of Substance. And he learns that in order for him to become more human, he needs to splice his DNA with another human being. And, you know, he's losing his teeth. Things are getting worse and worse. She goes to tell him that she's pregnant, but she can't get it out. And he's like, you have to leave. Like, I'm an insect now and I have no feelings.
Yeah.
I'm gonna end up hurting you. And so she does. She leaves with the editor and he like watches them leave. And
it's like creeping from the top to the ceiling.
And I was like, all I could think about was like Phantom of the Opera.
Yes.
He's like watching
Christine.
it. Yes. So she wants to abort the baby immediately. She's like, get this thing out of me ASAP. I don't know what's in me. And I can understand. You're like, there's this, like, what? Yeah. Who even knows what's inside of you and what that will do to you?
Yeah, especially seeing that form of him.
Yeah. So the editor at this point is like, I don't know, you don't seem like you're in the right mind. Suddenly he's caring and like wants to take care of her. He's like, I don't know if you're in the right mindset, like you should sleep on it or whatever. And she's like, now. I want out now. I want it out of me now. And so he sets things up. And I was like, wait, when was it legalized? And it was legal at this point in time because I was thinking he had to do like figure out some like back alley thing. But no, he just like, they end up going in the middle of the night to a doctor's office. She threatens to do it herself if they don't do it. And of course the doctor's like not listening to what she has to say. The doctor only cares about what the editor says.
Right. And like, they are saying the baby might be deformed. Yeah. And just hearing that, it's like, oh, okay. You just had sex with a deformed person and now you might have a deformed baby. Like, that sounds bad. But also, you know, you shouldn't question what a woman wants anyway.
Yeah, I mean, she gets to make her own choices.
Yeah. It's just like kind of funny.
Yeah, it was a lie. It was wild. And I'm like, they make it sound like she had sex with him in fly form, but not fully fly form yet anyway.
Like stage 1. Ideal form before it got really bad.
Yeah.
Well, so, I guess no, she was doing it when he was looking kind of rough.
Yeah, he was a little gross looking at one point.
A little gross looking, so.
So she's in the hospital room and she, in the goofiest scene of all time, starfishes like he's the Kool-Aid man through the window of the hospital.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
It's incredible that he has that much movement with how he's looking.
Yeah, he's like hobbling around and then all of a sudden he's a superhero.
Yeah, he's like hopping rooftops.
Right. So he begs her to have the baby and she's like, no, I'm not having this baby.
Yeah, because he's like, that might be the only thing left of me, Brundle. Yeah. And it's like, boy, like, you know damn well this is... Because it's like, if you're spliced with the fly, that's going to be... The baby's going to be like 1/4 fly. You know, like that's.
I know what's coming out. No, you can't bring that into. You can't put. No, I'm sorry. I don't. Okay, whatever. So the editor goes to the lab. He's got a gun. He's got a shotgun. He's loading it. Whatever. He sees that the machine is set up to fuse two beings into the prototype teleportation thing. And at first it's like, oh, he's fusing with her right now. Like, that's what he's doing. But he's not. He, like, Seth jumps down. He attacks the editor. He dissolves his hand and foot.
Yeah. Gross.
Ew. So gross. And she yells at him, no, stop. Don't do that. And...
Don't eat his foot.
Yeah. And then he stops. And then he's like, we're gonna fuse together. We're three. Me, you, and the baby are gonna become one. We're gonna be a family in one body. And I'm like, you, three, and the fly?
Yeah, I don't understand how the idea of like merging with a full human, it's like, I don't know,
I
maybe
think
the
it's to
fly DNA is so
dilute.
small that it
Yeah.
would just go away, but
I think it's to dilute it, but it's still
Yeah.
gonna be a weird, deformed.
right. You're probably not gonna look all right.
No, you're not gonna be all there. So he wants to fuse with her, and then at this point, his mouth falls off. He starts shedding all his skin. He's just becoming like this skeletal creature. Shoves her in a pod. Editor, thank God, wakes up. He finally does something right. He shoots the electrical cord, which explodes it so that she isn't impacted. And then he's really upset. Like, Seth is super upset. He starts to leave the telepod, but then it starts, like, transforming, and it takes him and the telepod door, and it fuses them together into the third telepod. And then out comes this, like... fly Seth telepod hybrid, and he literally like takes the gun and holds it to his head because he's like, kill me, like I am my word, I'm not, this is not good. So she's sobbing, Veronica's sobbing because she has to do it, so she kills him, and that's the end of the movie.
Yeah, pretty wild to just end it there, but
Yeah, so I'm assuming if there's a second movie, does she have the baby?
Yep. So the second movie starts with her having the baby, and she dies during childbirth.
Shut up.
And the baby's in like a cocoon, but it looks normal. The baby looks normal, but then they're aging really fast. So the people who I think were like funding stuff for Brundle end up adopting the kid named Martin, and he is aging really fast. So like at 5 years old, he's already like 25. Like he looks 25. And so he knows there's like weird things going on with him, but he doesn't know much about his dad. And then the people are like, you're gonna have to look at your dad's work and try and complete this machine. So then he starts learning like what happened to his father, and things happen, blah blah blah. But basically at the end, he manages to splice with someone and become normal at the end. It's like a really awful movie, and especially like with her having the baby, like why would you?
Why? She was so adamant she
would
didn't
not
want the baby.
Yeah, she would not. There's like no way. So, but that's the second movie. I seen it I think once, and I was just like, okay,
Sounds horrible.
it is horrible.
Yeah. That's what, when I was talking to my dad about watching The Fly, he was like, yeah, that movie's like so crazy. He's like, but it's also kind of sad. And then I was like, it is kind of sad. He becomes a fly and dies. Like, he makes a stupid mistake when he's drunk and he dies. You're watching a very slow car crash watching this movie.
I know. No, it is sad. I do feel bad for him, because he was just like this sweet nerdy guy, and then evolved into this creature, and he it was an accident. Freaking fly. If it wasn't for the fly, it would have been perfectly fine. So, but there were other endings that they were considering for this movie, and one of them was Veronica had a dream of the baby, and the baby had like butterfly wings or something so stupid. I guess for her to be like, oh, maybe I should have the baby. And then like another version, she's like with a Stathis, like her ex, and Jeff Goldblum was like, no, I do not like that she's with him at the end, because it just undermines the movie. And I was like, yeah, I agree. Like, yeah, he like saved her at the end, but what else has he done for her? He's an awful person.
That's it. He literally did one decent thing.
Yeah, exactly. And basically they decided to the producer ended the movie with the death of Seth, because according to him, once your hero is dead, your movie is over. So
yeah, I don't really know if I see him as being the hero of the movie, but sure.
Yeah, main character. But
I thought he was gonna throw Stathis into the pod and try to fuse with him, and I was I was surprised that he was like, nah, I'm just gonna dissolve his hand and foot.
Yeah, I guess he didn't think he was good enough.
Yes, I mean, he's not, but...
So, another producer on this movie was Mel Gibson.
Really?
Yeah, and he was kind of, like, secret about it, because he was like, this is kind of a crazy movie. But now he's very, like, open about it, obviously. But yeah, I was like... Because I was looking up some stuff, and I kept seeing his name, and I was like, why is Mel Gibson, like, attached to this?
Yeah, that's wild.
But yeah, so the idea of the Brundlefly is that they wanted the creature to be like very asymmetrical, and that David Cronenberg didn't want the creature to be just a giant fly, but like a literal fusion of an insect and a man, which I think was a really good design. I think the end creature is really, really creepy and looks really good and looks like a fly man, whereas in the one in the 50s, it's literally a fly head. Yeah. On a man's body, which is iconic, but not as terrifying, I don't think. So Chris Wallace Inc. was the creator and designer of, you know, the makeup and all the prosthetics and stuff, and they ended up winning an Academy Award for Best Makeup, and it's also the only nomination and award the film received. So, good for them, because it looked really good.
It was good.
And then we have some facts about the baboon. Baboon.
Okay.
Yeah, his name was Typhoon, and he was literally just like a wild animal. Like, he was not an actor because you can't really train baboons. So it's really interesting why they chose a baboon of all animals to use. But basically, Jeff Goldblum, who's 6'4", if you're not aware.
That might change some things.
He was able to tame the baboon, and the director thinks it's because Jeff was like so much bigger and stronger. He was able to dominate the baboon, and so the wrangler was like thankful that Jeff was like able to have a good relationship with this freaking monkey, and I just find that so funny. Like,
it's wild.
Of course Jeff Goldblum would be dominating over a freaking baboon.
I don't understand who Jeff Goldblum isn't a real person.
He isn't. He really is. Oh my gosh. So you might have noticed that Brundle goes through the different stages of grief throughout the movie. So how he's like angry and then afraid, and then he's like fine with it and then accepts it at the end. So that was like a cool little thing. And apparently his transformation happens over 4 weeks, almost 5 weeks. So that is that. And then there was a deleted scene, which thank God they deleted it, because I would have never wanted to watch this movie. So I don't know the purpose, but basically there's a scene where he tried to transport a monkey and a cat and ends up combining into this horrifying monster thing, and then he just beats it to death. And I'm like, why? Like, I was like trying to think, what is the purpose? What would have been the purpose of that, you know? And then there's another scene where he's like digging in trash and an old woman like catches him and he throws up on her face and disintegrates it and then starts eating her corpse. Yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, so he kills no one in this movie. He does hurt, but he doesn't kill anyone. Meanwhile, his son in the second movie kills like 4 people, yet
Dude,
he gets to come back.
What was the budget for this movie? It cannot have been very high.
15 million.
It's way higher than I thought it was going to be.
I mean, David Cronenberg's like a known director. So.
I know, but it just like, there were like 5 actors and...
It's true. There weren't a lot of actors. But I'm sure all the prosthetic work and stuff was really intense. But yeah, so those are my facts. There's a lot of cool stuff online if you want to look into the behind the scenes of making the fly. Body and creature. There was a lot of puppeteering towards the end, which is really cool. But yeah.
I mean, that part's neat, I guess. I'm not a body horror fan, so...
No. I do enjoy
I know, I don't get it. So wild.
I think it's the use of special effects and prosthetics and stuff. I think it's just really neat when they're able to accomplish stuff like that without CGI. So I think it's fun.
Yeah. Well, for Smash or Pass, for main character, I said pass. So, listen, hear me out.
No,
here's the thing.
I can't.
Here's the thing.
6'4".
I know, dude. And listen, when he was naked, it was great. But the thing is, I'm thinking if this man comes up to me at an art gallery and tells me to come back to his sketchy lab and he says, I'll make you a coffee, I'm going, no.
It's true. He had no riz. Like, there is no way he would have convinced me to go to his sketchy warehouse. And even like to grab lunch with Victoria, he was like, cheeseburger. Like, ask her like out on to go eat. He's just like a goofy guy. So
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
But
why.
in the right, you know.
I mean, if I saw only him in his little pose in the telepod, I would have been like, you can take me for a cheeseburger.
I mean,
We'll see what
Yes.
happens. Main villain, obviously a pass. That was pretty gross.
yeah,
Choose.
final stage, Brundlefly.
Any of the villain stages, dude. Even even the first Brundle iteration. Once he started having like hairs come out of his face.
Yeah, no. It would be the stage right before that where he's doing like gymnastics on the chair.
Yeah, that was fine. No, correct. That was okay. That was initial first couple of hours afterwards. You're good.
Yes, everything after that, no. Big no.
Yeah. Survival chance, I said I have a 10. There's a...
Yep.
I would never enter that machine.
No.
I don't care how...
And
I get motion sick.
yeah. And like I said, I would not have gone to his lab. So,
No,
yeah.
exactly. It wouldn't have gotten there. Movie would have been over in 2 minutes. Would I recommend to a non-horror fan? I said this one's hard because I don't think it's like that horror-y, but I still wouldn't. It's just once you get body horror and those gruesome...
Yeah.
I can't.
It really goes from like 0 to 100
Yeah.
towards the end. It's like the last 30 minutes. I'm like, oh my God.
No. I know, like The Substance.
Yes.
What would you rate it?
I think I would rate it a 4.
Okay.
Think it's a good movie. I like the story. I think it's sad and it's like gross and you know, I really appreciate the design of the fly at the end. I think it's like a really cool design. There are some moments that felt like a little slow, especially like once he starts like his early transformation. But, you know, I think it's a solid movie. I think it's a solid horror movie. And I think it still holds up now. Like the designs and the creature effects, it's still disgusting. And so that's what I would give it. I'd give it a 4.
I'm going to give it.
What?
What do you think I'm going to give it?
Not good. I think you'd probably give it no more than a 1.
Okay. I gave it a 1.5.
Okay. All right.
So, yeah, I wanted, there was part of me that wanted to go lower, but I was like, you know what? Like, it's different. It's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
like it's gross, decent. But there is like, I don't know. I think the characters, I think Gina Davis and Jeff Goldblum really did a good job with like adding a bit more than just this horror fest, but it is an interesting story, you know, it's a creative concept. But
yeah, it's interesting. I wouldn't watch it again, but it didn't scare the pants off me, so that's nice.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
It's a point for that.
Yes. I guess. It did better than The Substance, I think, so.
Yeah, I forget what you gave The Substance.
I think I gave it a 1. Yeah, I gave it a 1. Did not like that.
I did like The Substance, but I guess if I had to pick one, I'd maybe pick The Fly over The Substance. But
yeah,
just because The Substance had a lot of weirdness going on. A lot of ass shots. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I get what they were going for, but yeah.
Speaking of ass shots, the one scene of Jeff Goldblum and his like little tidy whities was cracking me up.
I can't.
He had like his little cheeks out. I was like, oh my God. His underwear is so small.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so the movie I picked for you, I had a really hard time. I was going back and forth a lot about what to give you and whatever. But I decided to go with the 2017.
Oh.
You loved it. You loved it. You've seen it. You love it. You were like, amazing movie.
Okay.
Beauty and the Beast. I'm sorry.
Oh, I know why.
Yeah.
I know. Why would you give me that version, though? You could have given me any other version.
I know.
There's even a French one.
I know. But you hate it
you
so
just want
much.
me to. You want me to hate on. Okay.
Yeah, but you
Poor
don't
Emma
like it.
that.
And I I didn't dislike it as much as you did. I enjoyed it much more than you did. So I feel like we can have a little fun conversation. I might even rewatch the original, just the cartoon.
I watched the original like not too long ago. That is my
Really?
common rewatch. Yeah, like if I'm
Okay.
putting on something for fun, like Beauty and the Beast is like usually what I will throw on. So to have you make me watch the remake again is so evil.
You haven't seen it since 2017, have you?
I've seen it twice. Like I will say there are things I really liked about it. I don't hate it overall. I dislike it, but there are some fun things. So I've seen it twice.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen it twice. So
Okay. Yeah, I'm excited to talk about it with you.
yeah, it'll be fun.
Again, we've talked about it before, but
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah. So
yeah.
we'll be. I still remember when that was like starting to come out. We were trying to hear what Emma Watson's voice would sound like, and it sounded really bad. And I was like really upset by it.
Yeah. Yes, I do remember that being your big takeaway.
See it in theaters. All right.
All right.
Well, where can we find it other than Disney Plus?
Hold
I guess
on.
Disney Plus is
Let
probably
me-
it.
You can watch Beauty and the Beast 2017 on Disney Plus and then rent it from other sources. But
All right. So this has
oh wait,
been
I
How Do
did
You
go
Watch?
over. Wait, I didn't even give you the snapshot of what Beauty and the Beast is.
It's just like everyone knows it.
I mean-
Please tell me, what is Beauty and the Beast
Yeah,
about?
if you've been living under a rock and you don't know what Beauty and the Beast is, Beauty and the Beast is a story of a girl named Belle. And her father's an inventor, and he gets trapped in the castle of a prince turned beast where all of the I'm just giving the whole movie, where all of the inanimate objects sing and dance, and they were formerly people, and she trades herself to like free her dad, and it's kind of about how she starts to see the man beneath the fur.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Beautiful. All right. Thank you.
you're welcome.
So yeah, so this is how you've been. This is
How
Jesus
you
Christ, I'm
been?
like,
This is how you
been. Thank you for listening to How Do You Watch This? You can find us on Instagram at How Do You Watch This, or TikTok at How Do You Watch, or you can email us at howdoyouwatchthis@gmail.com. If you like the show, you can like or give us a review and recommending to a friend. So
Thank
see you next time.